turn it over to my fellow sheriffs, and then we'll take any questions you have. Putnam, Volusia, and Flagler County Sheriff's Offices participated in the Florida Sheriff's Association Task Force Operation Spring Clean. This was a 7-month investigation, strategic throughout the state, with 27 counties including, that focused on the investigation and arrest of poison peddlers who were manufacturing, delivering, or trafficking controlled substances. Since many dealers sell various types of drugs, Operation Spring Cleaning focused on capturing sales and trafficking related to highly abused controlled substances. Often firearms were being used in the commission of these crimes, where they were in the hands of convicted felons. Operation Spring Cleaning began October 1st, 2017, and ended yesterday on April 30th, 2018. Already the results of this task force operation led to many convictions and closed investigations. Statewide, 4,988 people were arrested, 1,679 firearms were seized, 27,364 pounds of illegal drugs were taken off the streets of Florida, and that equals a little over 13.5 tons seized. In Flagler County, Operation Spring Cleaning resulted in 45 drug dealer arrests, including 2 juveniles being arrested or charged with trafficking in a controlled substance. 17 of those people arrested also had active warrants. 4,753 grams of controlled substances were confiscated, which is just a little over 10 pounds of narcotics. 14 firearms were taken off the streets. They were in the hands of criminals and drug dealers. $57,778 in cash was seized, taking the profit away from drug dealers. Our special investigation unit has been working tirelessly to get the poison off the streets of our community and drug dealers behind bars. That's it for Flagler County. I'll turn it over to my fellow sheriff.
Good afternoon. I think what's important to note is that the Florida sheriffs have zero tolerance when it comes to drug sales. And this is an example of what you're seeing just in our small portion of the state. You know, in Volusia County, 2,600 grams of cocaine, 3,100 grams of heroin, opioid pills, 1,400 grams, 74 people arrested, 54 firearms seized. Including in that group is a group that was the single biggest distributor for heroin and fentanyl in Volusia County. In particular, the city of Daytona, 90,000 residents. One of those individuals, one of those rings was responsible for dealing out death. And this is only one step of where we're going with this. You know, law enforcement's job is to crack down on the dealers. Law enforcement's job is to crack down on supply. But obviously we need help, because it's not about the people you see on this poster, it's about their victims. It's about the 108 people that overdosed and died last year in Volusia County. It's about the 800 plus people who overdosed and survived. It's about giving them justice. It's about trying to get them the treatment that they need, because I think all of us in law enforcement will tell you that this opioid crisis is unlike any other crisis. You know, cocaine, marijuana, there's a success rate there for treatment. With opioids, we're not seeing that success rate. We're seeing people that are going into rehab 10, 15, 20, and can't beat this. And in the meantime, you got these scumbags that are out there living off of the misery that happens to be the habit that these victims have. So, Peter.
Good afternoon. Along with Sheriff Chitwood and Staley, I'm pleased to announce the results from Putnam County. Putnam County also participated in Operation Spring Cleaning, as Sheriff Staley alluded to, along with 27 other sheriff's offices throughout the state in a concerted effort to make Florida a safer place to live and work by removing these illegal narcotics from the streets of our counties. The Florida Medical Examiner's report indicated last year that there were 704 people alone in the state of Florida that died from fentanyl and or heroin related deaths, and that speaks to what Sheriff Chitwood just spoke about just a few moments ago. Of course, that led to the passing of House Bill 4 in 2017, and since then, many dealers of all types of drugs. But Operation Spring Cleaning specifically focused on capturing sales and trafficking related to highly abused controlled substances. The following are the specific totals and numbers for Putnam County. 41 persons were arrested for trafficking and controlled substances listed under Florida Statute 893 and/or for sale and delivery, which included a total of 5,337 grams of controlled substances confiscated, 11 firearms seized, and a street value of approximately $317,400 of drugs just off the streets of Putnam County alone. The other seizures that you see from our partners here throughout the state. And what I'd like to say to you is that through joint operations such as this, the Florida Sheriff continue to make our great state a safer place to live and raise a family. The possession, sale, and manufacture of drugs erode the communities in which we live, and rest assured, if you sell or manufacture drugs in Putnam County or anywhere in the state of Florida, I think I can speak for all my fellow sheriffs, we're coming after you. Thank you.
I think one of the takeaways from this operation is that among the sheriffs is drug dealers, there are no boundaries. We're going to come after you no matter if you're selling your poison in Volusia, Putnam, Jacksonville, or in Key West. We all work together, and we're going to go after you and fill up our jails. We're open for any questions that you may have. All right.
No.
Thank you.
No, I'm surprised.
I was too.
They were going to ask you about the next year's shooting competition. That was coming.
A couple of questions, who came up with spring cleaning?
The Florida Sheriff's Association Task Force
And
did that.
as you know, of course, we do spring cleaning every year. Of course, in this case, we've been doing this for 45 years, going back to Nixon, and we're probably going to be back here next year, and we're going to be back in 40 years with pretty much the same thing, but you just change the figures and the faces. So what progress are we talking about here?
The United States of America makes up this is according to the DEA. The United States of America makes up 1/5 of the world's population. And the United States of America is the world's largest consumer of illegal narcotics. So you do the math. We are the richest country on the face of the earth. And if it's illegal, it's coming in here.
What has that got to do with my question?
You just asked. You said we were here 45 years ago.
Yeah, but
And we're doing the same thing. The answer is we make up this part of the segment of the population, okay, of the
Right.
world.
Right.
And we can
Right.
consume the largest amount of narcotics.
Right, but what are we gonna do to break this cycle? Is law enforcement the answer? Try this
Law
for 20
enforcement
years.
is not just the sole answer, as I said in my answer. You need to have tough interdiction laws stopping the drugs that are coming into the country. And on the flip side, you need education and treatment. Because the people that we're seeing on the opioids right now are, if you backpedal, they're the ones from the pill mills, they're the ones who were doing meth. Because all we did from the law enforcement is we shut down the meth labs. So what did they do? They moved to the pill mills. We shut down the pill mills, they moved to heroin. The same people who have the addiction problem are the same people moving along that plane. And that's the cycle that has to be broken,
In order to arrest, do physicians play a role in this?
not for the dealers. Physicians should be playing a role for the users.
Can you explain?
I'll give you an example of, we get heroin overdose, and this is where we're lacking. Somebody gets that heroin overdose, we get there, we hit them with Narcan, we take them to Halifax Hospital. Once they start feeling good, they walk out the door. There's no intermediary there to steer them into rehab, to steer them into state steward market. See what I'm saying? There's nothing there to break that cycle. They get hit with Narcan, they get, okay, your vital signs are back, and they walk out the door. There's no receiving area to gear these people into the proper treatment that they have. And plus, there's no money. Stewart Markman got their funding cut last year by 40%. They estimate they turned 1,600 people away in Volusia, Flagler counties that went there for help for opioid abuse. They just didn't have the money to treat those folks.
Sheriff Staley, this question is for you. What do you say to, do you remember the one family that came to the last announcement of one of the first arrests for the drug abuse, overdose? How do you say that operations like this help save those lives, in regards to someone who lost their life like Savannah?
Well, we do everything we can to eradicate the drugs from the importation into our county and the dealers settling their poison. We made 45 drug dealer arrests. 2 of them were juveniles. So it might only be a tip in the iceberg, but we'll never know how many lives were saved because they were in jail and couldn't peddle their poison. And that's the unknown equation that we have. I agree with Sheriff Chitwood, there needs to be more funding for treatment. and the addiction and education. I saw this early in my career with heroin back in the 80s and 90s in Orange County. There was a lot of education, a lot of treatment was done, and it finally plateaued and actually went down. Unfortunately, now it's back up with a more potent variation of heroin laced with fentanyl and those things. So we have to continue to go after the drug dealers, but that's only a piece of it. That's our piece, united in law enforcement. The rest of the pieces is funding the addiction and the treatment and the education.
Can you talk more about Operation Spring Clean? This is a statewide initiative. How many years has it been going on?
Well, this was a 7-month operation. It started October 1st. It ended April 30th. Almost 5,000 arrests statewide. 27 county sheriff's offices participated.
Well, I mean, how many years has that been going on from the Sheriff's Association? How many years have they done?
Well, we run different task force operations constantly throughout the state, and every year. How many exactly have been done for drug trafficking? You probably have to ask the Florida Sheriff's Association.
This is
This is
an initiative that through the Florida Sheriff's Task Force.
Okay, so this isn't like a year, every year they do? Okay. What are some of you talk about heroin and fentanyl and opioids. What were the drugs that you all focused on, or the drugs that you all saw here in Flagler and in Putnam County the biggest drugs?
I can tell you specifically, if I go back and look at some of the stats. In Putnam County alone, we seized 1,549, or almost 3/4 of a kilo of cocaine, no heroin, approximately 208 grams of opioids, about 2,600 grams of marijuana, 780 grams of methamphetamine, and drugs that fall into other classifications that aren't otherwise classified, 63 grams.
Since you brought the document, Bart.
Absolutely, yours is right there.
Thank you, Sheriff. So in our case, 265 grams of cocaine, 247 grams of heroin, 8 grams of opioids, 2,931 grams of marijuana, 131 grams of methamphetamine, synthetics, 8 grams, and all other drugs, 779 grams. So.
That's including opioids?
No, that would not have included
Okay.
opioids. It was just other drugs. So, I don't have the big numbers as Volusia, which is a much bigger county than ours. But I think the issue is we all deal with the same type of drugs, and it runs across the board. And you focus as much as you can on the drugs that are killing people.
I think the scary thing for us is, you can't show Lieutenant Israel's face because he runs our narcotics unit, but you're starting to see fentanyl seep into cocaine usage. You're starting to see it seep into marijuana usage, and you're starting to see methamphetamine come back because the heroin addicts are self-medicating themselves with the methamphetamine to overcome the high. So the fentanyl is deadly in and of itself, let alone now we're starting to see it mixed in with other drugs. And let's face it, the biggest drug dealer in the United States of America is the United States Postal Service. You sit down in front of the and you get it delivered to you from China.
What
Right to
kind?
your doorstep.
I know used to work in South Carolina, and shake and bake was big up there. What kind of methamphetamine do they have down here?
One pot is the big thing. We just had a one pot today.
Yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning we had a one pot.
You talked about a drug ring involved in the 70. Can you talk more about that ring?
Yeah, we based on a 7th-month operation, we were able to take out the single largest heroin dealer in Daytona. We estimate that he probably distributed in the time that we were on him around 3 kilos. And it was a pretty sophisticated operation. You had a quote-unquote boss, and he had his 2 trusted advisors, and then he had his underlings that did all the running and all the street sales. And no heroin got sold in Daytona. It came through this organization. Now, I'd love to tell you that once we took that organization out, there's no heroin again, but within a matter of days, heroin was back on the streets.
How many members of that operation did you all get?
Let's say that 20 something, yeah, 20, 21, 20.
That was the announcement. from-
That was the one you came out, yeah.
Who's the boss's name?
Who was the big,
Yeah.
From that.
Right here, beard.
Okay.
oh yeah, right here.
Right there.
All right, any other questions?
Compared to past initiatives like this, are you seeing more product coming off the street, arresting more people? Is it kind of flatline? Like, how's that going?
Listen, somebody said it earlier, we're gonna stand here and do as much as we can do. It's coming in ports, it comes in through the mail, it comes in through vehicles, it comes in through Canada, it comes in all over the place. And we have a huge thirst for illegal narcotics. So if there's a way to get in here, they're gonna get it in here.
Did you seize more in this? than
We
past?
seized more, I mean, our heroin bust is probably one of the biggest heroin busts that we've seen, but we were late to the party. You know, when the northeastern part of the United States was getting hammered with heroin, we weren't seeing heroin. And all of a sudden, here we are now, 2-3 years into it, we're starting to really see the heroin and the fentanyl come in. Like I said, for me, when I meet with these guys, that fentanyl alone is deadly, but now you're lacing it in cocaine, you're lacing it in marijuana. There's a whole new genre of drug use.
I heard one of the officers mention it, or at least on the dealer side, it's generational. How hard is it to break that cycle when it's like a family tradition almost?
Well, it's very hard. I'll give you an example. I just ask that you don't use this name because you'll recognize the incident. We had a young man who blew off his hand with illegal fireworks last July. He caused a commotion at the elementary school. And when the police chief was speaking to him and said, you don't get kicked out of school, at 7 years old, his response was, why do I need to stay in school? I'm gonna be a drug dealer, just like my brother. That's generational, and that's the problem. It starts with parenting. Parents gotta be parents, they gotta know what their kids are doing. They gotta, there's no privacy in your bedroom. Go check and see what your kids are doing. And who are they hanging out with? Who are their friends? And be parents again, it's part of it. It's the only way you're gonna break the generational cycle.
So at this point, what share of the drugs that you were seeing in this operation came out of the pharmaceutical system and were sold as street drugs versus people were producing the illegal?
I don't know, I can't answer that.
I don't think we actually have a breakdown statewide or by county, which were pharmaceutical and which were manufactured or otherwise illicit. I'm sorry, what was that?
4,753 grams for a controlled substance for our county. I'm not sure what it is for.
Okay. So that was pharmaceuticals that were just, so controlled substance meaning not illegal if you get.
Or just the overall of control. I thought they were asking for the counties to break it down.
We'll see if we can get that. for
And
you.
that's a down too, because when you talk about seizing fentanyl, this could be fentanyl that's obtained, as Sheriff Chipwood said, through the mail from China or from some other country that comes in illicitly that's not necessarily characterized as a pharmaceutical here, but is certainly a controlled substance.
Is that mail, the post office element of this something new, or has that always been part of the drug trade?
It's always been part of the drug trade, but I think what hammered it home for me in particular, there's a case out of Portland, Oregon, and a young lady overdoses. In this case, actually made us change the way we investigate overdose deaths. 21-year-old woman, it's called the Peter the Great case if you Google it. Mom knows she's got a heroin problem, and she promises mom she won't go out on the streets of Portland, Oregon and buy drugs anymore. She'll get them through the United States Postal Service. Mom calls her on a Saturday afternoon, no answer, goes to the apartment, and every mother and parent feeder is there. She's got a shoelace around her bicep, needle in her arm. She overdoses. Mom doesn't touch anything. She backs out, calls the Portland, Oregon Police Department. Portland, Oregon PD gets there, and when they're processing the crime scene, they discover a piece of paper near her computer that have dashes, dots, and all kinds of symbols. They automatically recognize that as a code to the dark web. And then they see the postal envelopes in the trash. They get into the dark web, they discover her account is Peter the Great. There's all kind of advertisers on the dark web. You can buy heroin, whatever you want to buy. Sex, drugs, rock and roll, it's all on the dark web. They track that package all the way back to a 23-year-old South Carolinian who was importing fentanyl from China. It would come into him in the dollar store and buy pregnancy kits, and then mail pregnancy kits out with the fentanyl in it all across the United States of America. So they have no idea how many, he made millions of dollars off of it, but they were able to trace that fentanyl back to him in South Carolina and charge him with manslaughter. That opened up the eyes of how big this is with just dealing in the dark web and have shit come in from, not pardon my expression, but come in from another part of the world and then get distributed all over the United States of America.
So all of these individuals here, how many different locations, for instance, were represented that were primarily being used for drug trafficking or drug production? Were there houses or just meth labs?
I think it runs the full gamut. You know, you have, what you have is criminals and drug dealers and drug trafficking organizations that don't respect any jurisdictional lines. So some of the same drug dealers that sell drugs in Putnam County also sell them in Volusia, sell them in Flagler, and there is a widely recognized distribution network. Our agency is currently working a case with one of our federal partners where there were a rash of armed robberies down at pharmacies down in Orange County. And we were actually able to tie some of these same individuals who were involved in this organization back to some of those armed robberies where some of those pharmaceuticals were obtained.
Lords, for Flagler County locations, while some of the multiple arrests at one location, out of the 45, you could probably say there were at least 35 different locations where we made undercover narcotics buys and then ultimately did search warrants.
So Flagler is more individual as opposed to organized networks, would you say?
So there's an organized network, and a lot of the drugs out of Orlando, most of the cash is going back to Orlando from our experience. I am gonna build a wall around Putnam in South Volusia County, and they're gonna pay for it.
And he's paying for it.
Because we do have a nexus to drugs out of Daytona and Putnam County, and we work closely, as you see, with our partners to attack those streams and to dismantle them and disrupt them as much as we can. All right, well, thank you very much for coming.
Ben, thanks for the props. Way to make Volusia County.